Hello everyone! Today we're going to talk about the 10 times when the Pope's security got breached, some of which was done by people, protesters, and other political influencers. But right now, subscribe to our channel for more updates and hit that bell icon for notifications. Number 10. Vatican security escorted away a man who managed to climb up on top of the colonnade that runs around St. Peter's Square during a canonization mass led by Pope Benedict. The disruption came around towards the end of a 2-hour service when the man climbed the colonnade and then proceeded to burn a green-covered Bible. At one point, the man was heard yelling out, "Hey Pope, where is Christ?" in English. Vatican security and officials tried to talk the man into ending his disturbance. Eventually, the man was talked back from the edge of the colonnade. Number 9. The incident took place on Monday afternoon, shortly before the Pontiff was due to say Mass for 170,000 people at the Zaid Sport City Stadium, Abu Dhabi. A little Colombian girl went running to the Pope's vehicle after she broke through a security barrier. The Pope asked the security guards to bring her close for a blessing, as you can see in the video. The little girl managed to break free through the security guards even though they tried to tackle her, but she was able to get away by dodging them and sprinting straight to the Pope. The Pope later praised the little girl's courage and said the child has a future. In quotes, "I like that. You have to have courage to do that."
Ma quella bambina ha futuro, eh? Ha futuro. Io oserei dire povero marito, eh? Ha futuro, ma coraggioso.
Number 8. An unidentified man ran towards the car the King of Morocco Mohammed VI was traveling in alongside the motorcade of Pope Francis along a huge crowd of 25,000 people during his 2-day visit. Dramatic live footage from the North African country state broadcaster showed security guards quickly seize the man. The king's car sped up lightly, but there was no other signs of destruction. It was not immediately clear what the man was trying to do. However, it is unclear what happened to the man after he was tackled. King Mohammed VI and the Pope did not appear to have noticed the attempted intrusion. Number 7. The attacker jumped the barrier lining the Pope through the center of St. Peter's Basilica to conduct Christmas Mass. Security men swarmed over the scene. For a few moments, there was confusion reigned. An overhead live camera captured the chaos. The assailant was said to be a mentally disturbed woman who was unarmed. Pope Benedict was unhurt and continued to conduct a Mass. Last year, someone tried to attack the Pope at the same service but was stopped by the security. But that will be concerns about his health and the effect of the attack even if the Pope was not hurt. Number 6. This little boy had no concerns about passing security and walking up the steps of Paul VI Audience Hall to check whether the Swiss guard was real or a statue. His mother tried to come and take him away, but the little boy did not want to. Quote, "He's Argentinian, undisciplined," the Pope joked. The boy then called his sister and they began to run around the stage. The Monsignor, who was giving a summary of the Pope's catechesis, found it hard to contain his laughter. The Pope surprised everyone when later he explained what had happened. Number 5. The attempted assassination of Pope John Paul II took place on Wednesday, May 13, 1981, in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. The Pope was shot and wounded by Mehmet Ali Aga while he was entering the square. The Pope was struck 4 times and suffered severe blood loss. The convict fired 4 shots, one of which hit the Pontiff in the abdomen, narrowly missing his vital organs, and another that hit the Pope's left hand. A third bullet struck 60-year-old American Anne Audrey in the chest, seriously wounding her, and the fourth hit 21-year-old Jamaican Rose Hill in the arm. Aga's weapon was knocked out of his hand by bystanders, and he was detained until his arrest by police. Number 4. The scene was familiar from papal visits all over the world. During a trip to South America, Pope Francis was greeting crowds from a Pope mobile as his motorcade drove down a coastal promenade in the city of Iquique, Chile. And that's when Pope Francis ordered his Pope mobile to stop after a mounted Chilean policewoman was thrown off her frightened horse, which had reared up as the Pontiff passed by. Francis stepped from his vehicle and waited several minutes on the pavement, at times talking to the woman, until an ambulance arrived to take her away. Number 3. A little girl jumped barriers, sneaking behind the security guards, and walked alongside the huge crowds parallel to the Pope's motorcade. The Pontiff noticed the little kid trying to dodge the security and to make it to him. The security was not able to keep behold the encounter of the Pope and the little girl. The Pope demanded the girl to be brought over for a blessing, and the little girl also had a gift and a letter for the Pope. Number 2. After Francis arrived in Brazil, he got into a silver hatchback Fiat from the drive from the airport to downtown Rio de Janeiro. Along the route, the vehicle became pinned between a bus and a crush of well-wishers who were reaching into the car to touch the Pope. Pope Francis' car got stuck in a crowd of enthusiastic followers. The Vatican told reporters that 500,000 people came to Copacabana Beach for the opening ceremony and Mass. Crowds stretched down the beach for more than half a mile from the main stage. And now, number 1. Pope Francis may have been a target of a plot by a former New York City firefighter. Christopher Canella, 39, of Long Island, was behind the wheel of a Chevy Tahoe and in possession of a 12-inch hunting knife, 2 walkie-talkies, and 5 bullets from a 9mm pistol. He managed to breach through security at John F. Kennedy International Airport and joined the motorcade to the spot on the tarmac where the plane transporting Pope Francis had been parked. Officials said that he had to engage in pre-attack behavior in order to successfully cut through the security, meaning he had to look and do pre-attack surveillance and know all the access points of the terminal and the ground. However, before he was actually able to make it to the tarmac, the Pope's plane had already flew to Vatican City. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. Leave a comment below and let us know how you liked it. And check out our other interesting videos.